What's up, everybody? So I was originally making this video for my man Jody Williams. You know, we go back and forth comparing exercises and all, and he was telling me the other day he wished he could bench press, but you know, over the last couple of years, you know, his shoulder's been having a lot of issues, and you know, he hasn't been able to bench press much. So I wanted to help him out because a lot of bodybuilders have that same thing, and the reason why is the front of our shoulder, we do so much work on it that it gets very unproportioned from the back. So I found a couple of exercises that help build that rear delt and kind of give you that total symmetry, and you know, kind of makes you just walk like, you know, where you're sitting straight up instead of like hunched over. You know, because when I came into the sport, I noticed I had that real problem, and then with arm wrestling, we're always tight in like this, and our shoulders are hunched over, and after many years of doing that, you know, eventually you're gonna be walking around like this all the time. And then when you go try bench pressing, it really, you know, you feel it, and it's not comfortable feeling. So a way to build that all up and to get everything equal is something I do every day in my warm-ups. You know, I got a light dumbbell right here, 7.5 pounds, and what I do is I keep my elbow still at a 90, and I just go real slow, controlled, not moving my elbow, come down to here, and then I let gravity play its role each set, each rep, and I go a little more back, and I go do another rep just like this, and I hit 20 of these, so I'm stretching it back, and like 4 or 5 sets, like I said, as warm-ups. You know, and I build that up, and that'll get that rear part of the delt really good and all that. Then the other thing that I like to do, keeping my elbow planted against my body, is I go and I just go and do this motion. Nice and slowly, just like this. Each time I get a little more wider and stretch it out a little more, and you'll feel it right away. And now, you know, I'm going light with this, but you know, and I'm only doing it as a warm-up, but over time, you'll see that you gain strength really quick. You know, I've got up to like, you know, 40 pounds. You not really want to go that heavy, but, you know, you also want to build that muscle up in the back and all. So, you know, I used to do like 40-pound dumbbell, no problem, just boom, just getting these out like that. And that I found really opened me up, and especially before my bench pressing days, I would make sure to do that. Now you could also do this stuff with a band, you know, tie it to your rack, just go like this with the band. You could go from the side of the side table, put it on the peg, and you know, work it from there. I've seen people do that, and it's something to do before you actually get on the table as well. You know, it's just like bench pressing, we want to get our shoulders from being like that, the back to here like that. So that's just a really good exercise that I found that works, you know, in opening yourself up and helping out your bench press. And then here's another little hack that I like to do. So I get on my play machine over here. I got my tricep rope, and I grab from underneath. My thumb is on the bottom side, you know, and I go, I'm gonna do it standing up just so you guys can see me in the video, but most of the time I go down on one knee, and on each set I go on the other knee just to balance things off. And I keep it real tight, and I pull it right to my nose, just like this. Real slow, controlled movements, squeezing at the back, you know, really focusing on that rear delts. And I'm just like pumping all the blood into them. You know, and you can go real light at the beginning and start off with these. But this is one of those exercises I suggest doing, like, you know, maybe like 3 times a week. Could be part of your warm-ups and all. That'll really help. You know, at the beginning it might be a little sore after you do it because you know, your body's not used to training that muscle. So, you know, maybe twice a week at the beginning, and then eventually work up to that 3 times a week. Exercise videos and, you know, just kind of stuff that I've incorporated into my workouts. You know, I have 25 years in the bodybuilding world, and now I got 4 years in arm wrestling, and you know, I kind of been adapting some of the exercises to make it work for both worlds and all that. And guys, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, and please hit that thumbs up.